Hey there kids, it's me, MrCreepyPasta, and before we get started on tonight's story, I want to let you know about Makeship. MrCreepyPasta, as a cyborg, is currently available on Makeship. You can be able to order him now, and only for the next couple of days. You can find more at the link in the description down below. Or you can head over to Makeship.com. And if you order him now before Monday, you can get 10% off your order. And now, on to tonight's story. When Damien first approached me saying he needed a business partner for his new company, I agreed in a heartbeat. He was always the ingenious one and the entrepreneurial one of the two of us. In business school, he had gotten straight A's, while I struggled to pass even the most rudimentary courses. He was always coming up with clever ideas. I got something that's going to solve the world's food problems, he told me, going over his written proposal. When I saw what he actually had planned, I second-guessed his thinking. People will never go for this in North America, I said. We'll be bankrupt within a year. And he just smiled and laughed. Leave the marketing side of the things to me, he told me. I'll work. I'll make sure we have customers. I just need you to worry about the money. Numbers bored Damien. He always told me that he hated that side of things. Coming up with the ideas was where he shined. He hated counting money, he preferred spending it. Accounting was the one class in college that I managed to get a better grade than him. So, we started up our business. And you've definitely heard of it. You've eaten our products unless you're one of a small minority who abstains to the worldwide craze of cricket cuisine. We quickly became the leading insect-based food supplier in the Western market. And then, the world. That's right, Damien's big idea was crickets. He wanted to solve the world's food crisis by raising mass amounts of them to be turned into an edible product. And now you can see why I tried to talk him out of it at first. But I believed in Damien a lot more than I believed in the idea. And I was just happy to be involved with anything that he was planning. In business school, we had all imagined him as the next Steve Jobs or Bill Gates. He was a genius. Born before his time, we all said. We had no idea who he really was, or what he was really capable of. The company started off small. At first, it was just me and Damien. I took care of finances, he took care of everything else. It was fascinating to watch him work up close. There was an inhuman speed and ingenuity with everything he did. It was as if he didn't need to sleep. All he ever did was work on the company, crossing items after items off of his never-ending whiteboard list of ideas. Within a few months, we had more customers than we could handle. The concept of alternative protein sources appealed to environmentalists and animal rights activists alike. Surprisingly, some vegetarians who were opposed to eating meat were willing to eat our bugs in order to satisfy their inherent need for protein. Crickets were our best sellers, and we covered them in chocolate and chipotle seasoning, salt and vinegar, and barbecue. Deep fried, oven roasted, low calorie, and lemon flavored. We tried everything. The business kept getting bigger, and every month we sold more than the month before. After a while, even Damien couldn't keep up with the expansion. For a while, it seemed like he didn't sleep at all, just stayed up all night filling orders, his eyes beginning to turn red from the insomnia, and I told him he needed to start delegating more. He reluctantly agreed. We began to hire a few people to work with us, mostly to keep with packaging. Soon we were running out of places to store crickets from. Damien had the idea that we should breed our own. But crickets need food, and that meant we needed to provide it for them. We needed a garden just for the crickets, a greenhouse full of plants for them to feast on. And our business boomed even more after that, with no limit to our supply. We dominated the alternative protein market as it displaced one traditional source after another. We brought in cricket breeder experts. They multiplied and multiplied, filling the greenhouse to the brim with their chirping bodies. Our domination of the alternative protein market was quick and brutal. We beat out the Beyond Meat product line, as Damien's patented chirping burgers recipe was delicious. Nobody cared that it contained crickets at that point. It was accepted just as much as eating chicken or beef. Pretty soon you were looked down upon if you ordered a regular beef burger at a restaurant. Just wasn't trendy anymore to eat chicken, steak, or pork chops. All the big chains began calling to source our premium cut line. It helped that the products are mouth-watering and addictive. Nobody knew what Damien was putting in the cricket mixture, and nobody cared. Even the FDA didn't seem bothered. I was amazed every day as he expanded our product line, starting out with burgers and hot dogs and moving on to wings, cricket fingers, cricket chips, and cricket ice creams. Everyone was on board, pretty much. As one celebrity after another began to advertise for us, you probably saw the television spots. They ran all day, all night. YouTube ads were just as common. I couldn't believe Damien had actually done it. He had made a successful worldwide enterprise out of crickets. But he wasn't stopping there. Get ready for phase 2, he told me one night on the phone. I asked him what that meant. He just told me I'd have to wait and see. Like everybody else. Our garden had gotten to the size of a small city. As it moved from indoors to outdoors, we just couldn't accommodate the crickets in a greenhouse anymore. Damien said it was too impractical, but they would stick close to their food source, and they wouldn't spread beyond the borders of their property. He assured me of that. Leave it to me, he said. Have I ever let you down before? Still hard. Our neighbors weren't happy about it, and soon they were seeing their crops devastated by the crickets straying outside of our company's borders. Damien was on it, though. He just bought up the other farms, expanding our lot size until nobody was complaining anymore. Anybody who considered it thought twice about it. I mean, if they wanted to keep their land. I was asking him one day about the plans for phase 2. He told me it was already in progress. I'd start seeing news of it any day now. And he was right. The very next day, I saw the news reports about the locusts taking over the Northwest, spraying across the country in a path of destruction that was decimating everything, like a plague from the Book of Revelations. I went out to our gardens to look at the crickets. It had been so long since I'd been out there. There were so many of the bugs everywhere now that I preferred to stay inside, away from them, where it was safe and comfortable. I marched out through the hazy swarm of shiny black legs and glistening, fluttering wings and fat torsos. And I saw we'd not been breeding crickets for some time now. Damien's phase 2 was in effect, and he had found a bigger bug, a better source of protein. Or maybe he had other reasons for breeding enough locusts to decimate the entire world's food supply, making everyone completely reliant on him. The locusts are swarming me. They're everywhere. They're thickest here at the heart of where it all began, and they cover my face. I feel them. I could feel them filling my nostrils, scampering and skittering across my eyelids and into my ears. I don't know why. But I open my mouth. I open it wide, as if I'm hungry, starving, even though I feel sick to my stomach and I want to throw up. They begin to clamber into me, going down through my gaping maw and skittering down my esophagus. They flood in with their slick and shimmering black bodies, their hairy, pointy legs abrasive against my windpipe as they suffocate me. The world's food crisis is over. We will all be full very soon. Damien will see to that. Hey there kids, it's me, MrCreepyPasta, and thank you so much for watching tonight's video, or by listening to tonight's episode of the podcast, or by finding this in some other way that's not a podcast or a video, which I probably didn't upload, but hey, thank you for listening. And as always, I want to give a big thank you to everybody who supports me on Patreon. That includes everybody who's been waiting for me to update my Patreon, and I thank you all so much for being so patient with me. But especially, I want to give a thank you to Jordan Alexander Sanchez, Jakob Fenske, Stephanie Butler, Bobby Karman, Chance Burnett, Kraus, Tristain Pelton, AcidSystem, Adam Gerecke, Aeryn Stormcrow, Aika Limchoc, Amber Clark, Angelus, Atomaurus, Bastion Beefcake, Blue the Enigma, Brayden Morris, Broken Beast 320, Captain Scurvy, Caspian, ChellyJay, Corey Kenshin, Cronut 509, Crusader Chocobo, Cryptic Nightmares, Curse Pox Primarch, Dakota Lane Whetstone, Daniel Polson, Darth Miper, deleted account, Dirt Diver 030, M, Esteban, Fester's Lampshade, Freddy Krueger, Gorag Trimagazine, Grand Moth the Milky, Hades Nephew, Happy Birthday Jason Wilson, Harley, Himbo Jerry, Horseman Sect Time, Insanity Gamer X, Jay Cairns, Jesus Cornell, Jordan Humble, Justin LaFontaine, Kaylee Ambrose, Kiri the Sloth, Crazy Kid, Cryolinian, Lambda M98, Lisa Cottrell, Little Crow, Lord Life's Best, Lupita Galvin, Love You Eminem, Matt Bach, Melted Lake, Michael Allen Jr. Brashears, Mike, Mr. Marcus Blitz, Nate Cull, Nico Kayo, Psychomel, Red Shadowcat, Rob Like Sharp Things, Samahai, Sashi Suzaku, Seclude, Stricken, Tali Sue, Tater Chip, That Creepy Chick, The Ginger Bros, Turtle Man, Voice of Sand, William King, Xavier and Cheyenne, Yargul, and Zachary Graphius. If you would like to join this list of names that I horribly mispronounce, then please head over to patreon.com/MrCreepyPasta, or you can always check out the names in the description down below, or you can honestly support for even just $1, because it really helps me out when you guys do, and I appreciate it infinitely. So thank you all on Patreon, thank you all so much. Thank you for watching on YouTube and subscribing and liking videos and leaving comments about videos that you like, or leaving comments about why I haven't finished the 4th audiobook yet, or leaving comments about new stories that you've seen and you'd like to see on this channel. And to everyone, sweet dreams.